Now we'll start with our Alumnus of the Year. And the nominator is our great advocate and friend of the school and part of our great family and Hall of Fame, John Lawrence Bauer. John.
Thank you. I don't know how you top that, boy. That was really amazing. But I have somebody to nominate tonight that I nominated for the Alumnus of the Year award, and that person is Rick Alfondre. I have known Rick since the year 2000, and the first day I ever met Rick, there were three things that I immediately recognized in him. One was his skill, one was his passion, and one was his integrity. And I have to tell you that in all of the 13 years that I have known him, all three of those qualities come through over and over and over again in every encounter that I've ever had with him. I saw his skill and met him at the grand opening of the Emerson Resort, which was the first 5-star resort built in the Catskills, and it was designed by Rick. I can tell you for sure that he was the most humble person at the opening of that property, and struck up a conversation, got to know him, and went through the building with him and could really see the skills that he brought to that project. I would add parenthetically that he had to rebuild it a few years later, and he had to use even more skill after there was a major fire there. So he's done that one twice. But I saw not only the skill, but the passion. Eventually, Rick became a client of my business, and we worked together to try to help promote him. And I started to really see all of his body of work, and to help him come up with a tagline that would describe what he does, which is creating spaces and places of lasting beauty. And that comes from his passion for what he does, every single day in every single thing. And thirdly, what I also saw about Rick was his integrity. His integrity you see in his work, because if he can't do it right, he won't do it. And he is very passionate about that integrity. Rick is one of the leading figures in green building, in sustainability in our region, and has really become known for that and has led the way all the way. So these three words, skill, passion, and integrity, describe Rick not only in his approach to his profession, but in his approach to his beautiful family, Vicky, Sonia, Joy. He brings passion and skill and integrity to his family life. He brings it to his volunteerism, to the Rotary, to the School of Business, to the Green Building Council, and to so many other organizations that have benefited. And now, of course, to the School of Business. So tonight, I am really, really pleased to help honor Rick Alfondre for his skill, passion, and integrity. Congratulations, Rick.
Well, again, Rick, I know you know that you could not be doing all of those great things if it was not because of the support of your family. So I would like to ask Rick's family, please come forward. I want to tell you that Rick has done an excellent job in our Business Advisory Council and helping us mentoring our students in business plan contest. And the most that I really, it touches me is that whenever he wants to hire someone, I'm glad I'm the first one he calls. Because I have about 950 students who really the best student can find and the best employee you can have. So I hope those of you who have job opening, you think about the School of Business students. You see them here and see a lot more of them back in School of Business. So with that said, thank you for all your help, Rick. Please join me to welcome Rick, our founder.
Thank you. Thank you. Want me to hold on to this while you speak? Sure. I need to move it up a little, I think. And I need glasses. Unlike when 33 years ago, I actually did write a speech and make a plan, which I guess is not a surprise. I really want to thank everyone who's here, Hadi, Don, my colleagues, friends, particularly my office. Everyone is here. These folks really make what we do happen. So, you know, without you guys, it doesn't happen. And my family, thank you very much, Vicki, Joy, Sonia, Kathy, my dad, Ann, the Koenigs over here. It's really important. And my friends are here too, a bunch of friends, so I appreciate seeing you. I've been thinking quite a bit about how well the diverse education I received at New Paltz has prepared me for where I am today. And you might ask how a degree in communications applies to what I do today. Liberal arts studies, public speaking, interpersonal communication with my favorite professor, Don Wildy, who's also here, persuasion, systems thinking, media arts, et cetera, these all have a direct impact and value for a business person. I really have to emphasize that a liberal arts education actually is a technical education when it comes to business. I also had the opportunity to complete a rigorous independent study in organizational development and management, which grew out of my involvement in student government. Further, and perhaps in many ways very importantly, I had the opportunity to take courses in the Innovative Studies program. Now this is quite some time ago, but out of this set of experiences I was gifted with what I phrase as a multi-dimensional curiosity and ability to learn. And we talk about, you know, team building, multi-dimensional, it's multi-career, we can't do what we do without building a team. In the late 1970s, I discovered the Environmental Studies site. Now, some of you may remember the Environmental Studies site. This was an experiment started by people attempting to understand the relationship of our lives to the natural world. They understood that the planet has only one source of income, the sun, which provides a continuous input of useful energy. I'm talking in business terms. One source of income, and that's the sun. That's the only income we have here on this planet. These pioneers were seeking alternatives to the system, so to speak. They were seeking alternatives such as clean energy. They were seeking to place value on resources we have taken for granted, such as clean water and a stable climate. They understood that environmental degradation is the spending of the people's life savings, a wasting of our bank account. Natural systems do not throw away anything. Waste becomes food for a higher order of value. So when we think systems thinking and we think about our relationship on the planet, all these pieces come together. So from this knowledge, we realize the fundamental connection between the earth, natural systems, and our well-being. And from this idea, the roots of the Green Buildings movement was formed. Back then, it was called alternative energy and alternative living. The great American Gaylord Nelson said, "The economy is a wholly owned subsidiary of the environment, not the other way around." Thinking back to 1980, we remember the Iranian Revolution, the monopoly of AT&T. There were no cell phones, no personal computers, no internet, and there was no business school at SUNY New Paltz. And the idea that solar power would someday be cheaper than coal or nuclear power was considered to be a ludicrous idea by mainstream thinkers. Maybe someday. But I'm here to tell you with great optimism that that day is now. That real green technology and clean energy is now. There's a real economy in the green technology right now. And that idea, not long ago, that was considered way out in the future, is now. So with that, I want to say again, thank you very much, and appreciate your listening.
Thank you.